Yeah, I'm Sober President. I live in Peckham, as beautiful as it is, yes. I've been working with young people for a long time now, since 2001. I write in my spare time as well, so this is a piece called Peace Begins With Me. From a very personal perspective as well. I remember when I was young, kept inside, naive, looking out at these kids admiring their clothes worn, intimidated by such anger in their faces as they threw rocks, shouting terms I remember hearing in films or music I snuck out to listen to at night. And as I looked, puzzled, asking the teacher why they were looking so angry that we never did anything to upset them, I could almost feel her throat drying up as her eyes swelled with a comfortable answer. And as we were escorted by tall men in uniform like ours, I remember looking at one of the boys laughing as he made monkey noises, scratching his head. Now, with surprise, I explained the story to my mum later that evening. She hugged me and said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yes, Mum, I'm fine." Only to realize shortly after what I had experienced. The peace begins with me. A deep breath is never felt as important, a short circuit when tempered, but one must learn to balance emotions. In the words of Musa Okwonga, self-improvement. I have experienced pain at the hand of others, one of which was en route to school. Them days, the uniform was just as dangerous as any postcode gang wars, for punches that laid into me were bolstered with ego and arrogance. It tasted like victory to the head of the pack that left me wounded in the winter morning on the floor. I cried in anger. Months later, I arrived in school noticing the same head of the pack in my uniform in new territory. An odd silence shared. Flashback to his lion roar now seems faint as he was quiet as a mouse. And as much as I wanted to, I did not lay a finger. The peace began with me. It begins when you see a bigger picture rather than a fraction manipulated by another, making you gullible, aiding to meet their aim. It begins when you are aware of your interactions, for one day you will see that same face again, reaping whatever was sown. I am my own. Apologizing when overreacting, reading when seeking understanding. However, peace is not the same amongst the youth. A minority taking matters into their own hand. A beautiful thing to gather as one, yet such anger is held as if past struggles spread through their veins. When asked, "What are you fighting for?" very few knew what to say. The nation stopped. And for the most part, yeah, they listened. But when there is no aim, no direction or substance to a movement, you are merely a zombie, sheep to some degree. The peace begins with me. And I wonder who here thinks the same. For it doesn't really hit home until it hits your home. That knock on the door that sounds different. Uniformed men and women walking inside, your anxiety rises too high to be hospitable. I wonder if that's what it takes for a nation to rise. I think not. For my cousin is age 15 and is growing looking 17. And at no point do I want that slow knock on my auntie's door. The peace begins with me, but I alone cannot fight this cause. So for now, I ask you to pause. Once I'm done, do not applause. Rather, think. Speak to the person opposite. What are my contributions? Where have I improved? What are my flaws? And how can I aid to make a change?